Hey camp friends, we are back at the top of the 10 o'clock hour on our Back to Camp Day of Giving. I'm here with my friend Jen from Luther Rock, Sue from Luther Springs. I'm Chandler again, and I have the honor and pleasure of working this summer as interim program director here at Luther Ridge. And we're going to sing some of the songs that hopefully in some safe manner you will get to at least hear this summer while you're at camp with us. And which one are we going to do this time, Sue?
Let's do Every Move I Make.
Every Move I Make, because it's a good one that reminds us that wherever we go, whatever we do, Jesus meets us there. So, let's sing that song, and especially at camp, right? Yeah.
Especially.
All right.
Sing with us at home.
Every breath I take in you. Woo-hoo! Every step I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I breathe in you. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, it's love, how can it be? Every step I take in you. You are my way, Jesus. Every breath I breathe in you. Woo-hoo! Every step I take in you. You make my way, Jesus. Every breath I breathe in you. Waves of mercy, waves of grace. Everywhere I look, I see your face. Your love has captured me. Oh my God, love, how can it be? La 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 la. Awesome. Hey, I think for this next song, we need to get somebody up here with us who hasn't been with us yet. We're going to get Sam Dowd up here. Come on up, Sam. Hey, Sam is one of our awesome counselors during the summer. He's also up here this spring as a program services intern, doing an awesome job, and we're having a lot of fun with Sam this year. So Sam is going to help us lead the Hippo Song. I think I need to take my guitar off for this one.
Yeah, you need a full move.
I gotta be careful with that. So we're gonna sing the Hippo Song. If you know this one, this is a great one to sing really loud, especially if you are watching us right now at work or while you're on a Zoom call for school, especially if you're in a really important Zoom meeting at work. This will be a great one to kind of break the tension in that meeting and get everybody singing along. So share your screen right now with all of your coworkers on your Zoom call. We'll wait just a second so you're ready to lead them in the Hippo Song. All right, let's wait.
Okay.
Sharing screen. All right. Okay. Hey, coworkers, we're going to teach you all the Hippo Song to break up your boring Zoom meeting. So, are you all ready to sing it? We're going to sing it through once, and then you can sing with us. All right? So, in the beginning, God made the seas and the forest filled with trees. He built the mountains up so high. Above it all, He placed the sky. God's fingerprints are everywhere. just to show how much he cares. And in the between he had lots of fun. He made a hippo that weighed a ton. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. All right, so you know it. Now let's sing it all together. You ready? All right. In the beginning, God made the seas and the forest filled with trees. He made the mountains up so high. Above it all, he placed the sky. God's fingerprints are everywhere, just to show how much he cares. And in between, he had lots of fun. He made a hippo that weighed a ton. Hip, hip, hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. Hip, 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 hippopotamus. Hip, hip, hooray, God made all of us. All right, that was awesome.
You know what I love about these songs is each camp sings them, but we all have just a little tiny bit different, so it makes us all go, wait, what are you doing?
And I tried so hard to remember the way that you taught us, but I can't shake it. I've been singing it that way for 25 years.
It's important to keep our own traditions too.
Exactly. Hey, I hope that gave a good break for your company's Zoom meeting. But now we've got more to share with you about great camp stories.
Yes, thank you guys. Isn't that awesome? I'm so excited that they're singing at camp. I love it. So I'm Mitzi. I'm back here at the top of the hour, and in just a little bit, I'm gonna have an update for you on how many gifts have come in so far. And I gotta tell you, I am doing little happy dances today. But before we do that, let's hear the most important thing. And the most important thing is what God is up to in these places, in these outdoor ministries that we all love and care about so much. God is doing amazing things. And I'm excited for Sue, as the program director at Luther Springs, to introduce our first story.
So Miss Katie is going to be telling us a story, and back when I was a youth director at a church, I would bring kids to camp, and Miss Katie was one of the counselors, and one of my campers' favorite counselors. Always so much fun, always so kind and so loving with those kids. Oh, it was amazing. But it's been really neat for me to see, because that was, it wasn't yesterday. It was,
right.
It was a little while ago.
It was a little while ago.
And so it's been really cool for me to watch her grow from this young adult counselor into this amazing leader, an amazing mom, just sharing those gifts that she learned as a counselor now with all of the people that she interacts with and all of the ways that she is living out her life. It has just been amazing to see.
I know. It warms
so
your
proud of
heart.
her.
I know. I feel so proud of all of them. So let's hear Katie's story now.
Hello, my name is Katie Canteenwalla. In my camp days, it was Katie Deal. I grew up a camper in Lutheran Outdoor Ministries of Florida Day Camp at Our Savior Lutheran Church in Vero Beach, Florida. I currently live in Longwood, Florida with my husband, whom I met at camp 20 years ago. I love being a camper so much. I knew I wanted to be in camp for a lifetime, so I became a helper when I got old enough, and when I graduated high school in the year 2000, I became a day camp counselor for Lutheran Outdoor Ministries of Florida. I went back in the year 2001 to become a resident camp counselor at Luther Springs. I continued doing that until I became the assistant program director for Lutheran Outdoor Ministries of Florida in the year 2003, and I was also the youth director for Grace Lutheran Church in Tampa, Florida. My experience in my camp days as a camper and a helper and a counselor and assistant program director truly changed my life. The people I met, the stories I shared, the stories I heard really has stuck with me forever. I love talking about camp and how it changed my life, my short-term friendships, my long-term friendships, my lifetime relationships. The man I married, all of these things happened because of camp. I hope everybody gets to have that experience. Their faith can grow, their relationship with Jesus can grow, their relationships in their lifetime, and they can have that positive experience from camp. I can't wait for my children to experience it, and I hope it's something that everybody gets the chance to do because it's truly a life-changing moment.
Hey, Katie, thank you for sharing that story. And I mean, she nailed it.
Yeah.
She absolutely nailed it. The things that we learn at camp, the things that our summer staff and our campers learn at camp are things that they carry with them forever and ever and ever. And they don't leave us because they're good things. They're the kinds of relationships and community that God teaches and shares with us in our love of Christ and Christ's love for us. And so we really appreciate Katie sharing that story from Luther Springs. And we have another story, and this one, I'm excited about this one too, because this person that we're about to hear from, I remember from being on staff with him.
Yeah, so we're going to hear from Bishop Kevin Strickland of the Southeastern Synod of the ELCA. I worked with Bishop Kevin his first summer here at Lutheridge. I was on senior staff. I can remember greeting him when he got out of his car to get here for orientation for his first summer on staff, and seeing Kevin's skills even then as a faith leader, as someone who molded lives, not just the lives of his campers, but the lives of those people around him. And it's just been really cool to see those gifts grow all the way to him being a leader for worship in the entire church, to now being the bishop in one of our synods down here in the Southeast, in the Southeastern Synod. And Kevin continues to be a great friend as well. So let's hear Bishop Kevin Strickland's story.
How has camp changed my life? In more ways than I can even begin to express in this short video. Being part of outdoor ministry as a young adult was transformational. Right there at that camp at Lutheridge that summer, meeting friends who I've stayed friends with now for over 20 years. Being by the lakeside, working with campers, learning what it meant to be a teacher, even at times a preacher, learning what pastoral care meant during cabin time, holding the hand of someone who missed their parent, or reminding folks that God loves them unconditionally. That experience, those summers at Lutheridge, were my first seminary experience. They were an opportunity for me to discern God's call in my life, and to discern it even further that I felt called to be a pastor in the church. Camp changed my life in so many ways. Lifetime friendships, discernment of call, and an opportunity to, every time I get to go to one of our camps, to be reminded of what a place apart it continues to be in a world so much in need of a place apart. I know camp continues to change your lives too. I look forward to hearing more ways that it does in your lives, as well as sharing how it has in mine. I give God great thanks for our outdoor ministries of this church and for how they can continue to change lives from the youngest to the oldest, and remind every person that God loves you no matter what.
Hey, Kevin, Bishop Kevin,
Yeah.
thank you so much. That means a lot.
It does mean a lot. And I served on summer staff with Bishop Kevin, and we overlapped in seminary together. And the way that you described camp being your first seminary experience is just spot on. I believe that myself. We know that even those folks who serve on staff who don't go on to seminary take those leadership skills out into the world. I worked for a nonprofit before being back here, and I use those skills every day in that ministry. And it just, there's just no place like camp. I mean, there just really isn't. To live in a close, powerful, Christ-centered community where every day you are talking with campers about their faith and helping them get through, maybe a little bit of homesickness or whatever it might be, listening, and as Bishop Kevin said, showing them God's unconditional love and welcome for them. At camp, you belong.
Yeah.
Everybody belongs.
Mitzi, when I think about the diversity of gifts that come out of camp, I think about, my last job before being here, I worked with Lutheran World Relief that had, lots of Lutherans like myself working there, but also lots of just professionals across the relief and development world fighting global poverty. And even amongst all of those staff who were using their skills for science, for finance, for community development, camp was a great unifier. Lots of folks said, I felt the call to make a difference in the world and gain these skills by being at camp. Also learned how to think on their toes, to work with others, and that was incredible. To see how many people had a camp background at that place was awesome to see. So a big shout out to those folks.
Yeah, it's just such a great thing, y'all. And what you're doing today, how you are participating in the life of camp in this way on this Back to Camp Day of Giving is so critical and so important, and we are so grateful. So I have an update for you. Now, I know, right? You rub your hands together, drum roll. So our goal today is 300 gifts, remember, 150 recurring gifts, monthly gifts, and 150 above and beyond gifts. And as of this hour, Tabitha just gave me the update, we are at 62 gifts already. And I just have to, total shout out, friends. We're ahead today of where we were last day of giving. And that is because of you. So thank you for responding. And remember that every single one of these 62 gifts, no matter how much they were, is an extra $200 because of our friends who are giving a $60,000 challenge gift. It's not a direct match, it's a challenge gift. And so whether you give $5 or $5,000, an extra $200 will be given to camp because of that challenge gift. So now, I really think what I want folks to know and hear from Katie's story and from Bishop Kevin's story is the power of serving on summer staff.
Yeah.
And so Chandler, let's talk to our friends at home about how to apply. How does that work? How do you get here?
Yeah, well, you get here, you drive up 26, and then you take. How you get here is easy. First, go online. You can go to novusway.org/summer-staff, or just go on there and search around for the summer staff page. You'll find on the Novus Way page, you'll find a link to all of our camps that are hiring right now. Click on the link, find out more information, ask some questions, and then fill out our online application. It's really easy to do. And then you'll get set up with an interview with one of our program directors. We'll also ask if you're brand new here for some references. It's really easy to get them to fill out those references. It's all online. You just send them a link and they fill it out. And we talk to you about, what's your experience working with children? What are you looking forward to this summer? Tell us about your faith life. What are you excited about to share? What are you looking forward to learning this summer? What's your growth going to be this summer? Because please know, we work really hard to get our staff trained and ready for the summer. So if you're saying, I have never worked with a child before in my life, but this sounds exciting, then this is the place for you. It's a great community to work in, to support one another in, and you are going to make a difference. That's something that we're all looking for right now, especially after this past year. You will make a difference. So go to our web pages, go to novusway.org/summer-staff, and you'll find the applications there. Please come join us this summer. We need you to make a difference.
And I think another thing that's important to share too is while you're serving on summer staff and you are making a difference in the life of a camper, our program directors are doing the same for you. They're shepherding you, they're coaching you, they're encouraging you. You get evaluations with honest, wonderful feedback to help you grow. And those are all things that you will be able to take into your professional work after you leave camp and college and all the things that we do as young adults. That's what makes the impact. It's an honest community that lifts you up and supports you. We're not just going to throw you out there. You're going to get training and tools, and it is some of the best training I've ever seen. It's so thorough and so comprehensive, and it will stick with you for a lifetime.
Yeah, and we know a lot of people's lives are on hold right now. I mean,
Yeah.
ours definitely have been here at camp as we've been waiting to gather back together safely. For those maybe older young adults whose lives are on hold, waiting for internships, maybe if you're in seminary waiting for that next step, a summer at camp is a great thing to do while you're waiting and while you're discerning. We want to give you that space to do that. So if you think, well, I'm not old, but I'm a little too old maybe to be a camp counselor, let us know. We've got places for you where you can really make a difference with the life skills you've already picked up.
Yeah, and total confession, my husband, Pastor Jason, and I did that. After seminary, we decided we wanted one more summer at camp. And so we postponed the first call right after seminary so that we could have one more summer at camp, because why not? Like, it's the best place on earth. So that's even something to consider too. Yeah. All right, so friends, this has been a great hour. I hope you've enjoyed the stories at the 11 o'clock hour, right? It's 11 o'clock hour to keep up with the day. We're going to have more wonderful stories for you. It'll be a surprise. You'll have to wait and see who it is, but I know you want to hear it. So meet us back there. And in between now and then, you can help us get to that 300 by making a gift at novusway.org. Click on the green donate button up in the right-hand corner, and it'll walk you through the process. Thanks, camp friends. We'll see you at 11.